Hello my loves, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. So I wanted to dip our toes into what I studied in college, which was psychology, and one of my favorites was Carl Gustav Jung. And it's been a while since I've visited his work, but I'm looking forward to doing so. So today we're going to be exploring something Jung called individuation, what I like to call spiritual individuality, which is the journey of becoming who you truly are and not the version that the world expects you to be, but one that feels like you're at home in your own soul. And we all want that, right? So Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And I think that's one of my favorite quotes, honestly, of all time. He believed we're all on a path towards wholeness, learning to integrate the different parts of ourselves, the strong and the scared, the conscious and the hidden. And living with MS has made that very real for me. I know that when I got diagnosed, I completely lost myself. I lost the version that could work 12 to 14 hours, 5 days a week, that found joy in all sorts of things that life has to offer. Then there's the physical side, the physical me, managing my symptoms, the fatigue, and then the deeper me that still reaches for purpose, creativity, and connection. Spiritual individuality is where those two meet, when the human and the divine inside you start walking hand in hand. So, let's get ready to hold hands, everybody. Jung described the self with a capital S as both the center and the whole of who we are. It's the part of you quietly connected to something greater, whether it's God, Source, the universe, spirit, or your higher self. When I slow down enough to listen, through writing, meditation, rest, music, reflection, I can feel that center. It's not about ego, it's about alignment. Jung also said, the self is not only the center, but also the whole circumference which embraces both conscious and unconscious. That's where faith and psychology meet, in the realization that you're part of something vast and the vastness lives in you. Jung did warn that religion or philosophy means little without personal experience. He wrote, bidden or unbidden, God is present. You don't need to have anyone's permission to have a sacred experience, whether it's through meditation, art, laughter, or just surviving hard days. Spirituality meets you where you are. And I'm going to repeat that. Spirituality meets you where you are. That's spiritual individuality, your soul's fingerprint on how you meet the divine. Jung saw dreams and symbols as sacred language, messages from the unconscious guiding us towards wholeness. Sometimes I feel that way through writing or in moments of synchronicity, a phrase, a color, a quiet sense that something unseen just clicked into place. If you've ever had one of those, the universe just winked at me moments, you've already met this side of Jung. And the last thing I wanted to touch on is the courage to stand alone. The hardest part of individuality is sometimes standing alone. Jung said, facing yourself fully, shadow, pain, light, dark, that's what makes you real. That's what makes you authentic. For me, that's learning to live honestly, even when others don't understand. But for you, maybe it's trusting your truth, even when it's quiet. That's empowerment. That's rebuilding 101. So that's what I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I wanted to thank you for tuning in. And I want to mention this content is for awareness, reflection, and empowerment only. It's not a replacement for medical or therapeutic advice. If you do live with MS or any chronic condition, please reach out to your healthcare team for guidance. And remember, rebuilding isn't about perfection. It's about presence and progress. I'm also attaching a link for my reflection workbook in the description below. I would love to hear your experiences in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. and it'll really help get the channel out to those who need it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and have a great day. Oh, and if anybody hasn't told you today, I love you, I'm proud of you, and so glad that you're here.